What's going on, everybody? My name is Mike. Welcome back to the 2-Bit Crypto channel, and we're taking a look at Saitama. Are people writing this project off a little bit too soon, or is it dead in the water? Make sure you subscribe to the channel for your daily cryptocurrency content. And like I said, we are on our way to 4,000 subscribers. So hit the subscribe bell and click that bell notification so you know every time we go live. So let's get straight into this. 9432 is the price in Saitama right now, down 2.28%. The chart is looking a little bit flat. Now, when we look at the numbers actually are okay versus what they've been. 4.1 is the daily volume in terms of millions. 359 is the total holders, and 13.5 million in liquidity. Now, again, I reference this every time I do a video on Saitama, but there is the saitamask part that we need to understand, and I guess equally saitarealty, where we know that there is some liquidity over in that token. So when you take a look at the chart, actually, if we zoom out, it's not great news for Saitama. It is very flat trading, like I said, 9432, and has kind of continued that downward trend since gaining back that zero. Well, kind of what have we got? And a lot of people, like I said, are writing this project off. They're saying it's done. And, you know, what have we got? Well, we kind of got this new partnership. A 4% tax on the CMSN token transactions will be automatically reverted into Saitama market wallet to help with expenses such as listings, promotion, and partnerships. Now, I have to give credit when the credit is due, and it's important. The Saitama devs have done a U-turn and are really going after exchanges. Now, a lot of people are saying it's probably a little bit too late, but equally, you look at, I did a video the other day, $5 billion worth of potential volume in the latest 2 exchanges they did. What does volume bring? Well, volume opens the door to the bigger exchanges. Now, the volume has to be legitimate volume, and equally, generally, you want to see a price increase on the back of that volume rather than it just being traded or swing traded. Right now, if you look at Saitama's chart, it is an absolute swing trader's wet dream, in the sense that you see this low level of support and volume here. It pumps and then it instantly sells off, and we can see that on a number of occasions here, which for a swing trader is really, really great news. So like I said, we have got this partnership. Is it going to do anything? That's the big question. There's a lot of noise, there is a lot of information spreading around dev wallets and what they're doing with it. Old guy Dave did his AMA where he was, it was a really good AMA, lots of technical questions around these wallets, and equally going back into them. The good thing about the blockchain, obviously, is everything is stored. So there's a space tonight held by a couple of the big PR supporters for Saitama, which will be certainly interesting, Anime and Torres PR. So that's going to be interesting to see what comes off the back of that. And I guess equally, what is the goal of this marketing wallet? What are we going to see? Because if they're just going to go and spend it on silly things like, boxing matches or King Coombs' birthday party, I just don't think that's what people want to see anymore. That's just my opinion, and everyone's entitled to that, but I just don't think that's what you want to see. You don't see big projects doing things like that. It just doesn't feel right to me, but like I said, we'll have to see. What other news did we get? Well, we did get a big burn on saitarealty. Now, saitarealty is a really interesting one because it is making some money for people. We have seen a significant rise in terms of volume. However, the holders and the wallets still continue to hold a significant amount of the tokens, which I think they need to address. But it says, just did a massive saitarealty burn, and every one holder, which is really bad English, but every holder, I think that's meant to say, got massive reflections from it. Check your wallets. Now, reflections, and if you watch the My Crypto Journeys channel, reflections is a funny topic. Ultimately, reflections aren't really worth anything unless you get a price on the back of it, and we're not seeing that. So yeah, great that people are getting reflections, particularly I guess in saitarealty. We know there's about 7,000 holders over there, so people are getting those reflections, but if the price isn't really warranting it, then it's kind of not really worth it. And ultimately, the challenge here is if saitarealty really does start to pump, when it comes back into Saitama, it's not going to be great for the token. Interestingly, we sort of saw this, and this is where the community, you can tell that there is a huge community behind Saitama, and this is probably, for me, the biggest potential of really supporting and saving, well, not even saving, but just getting this project back on track, is that people are doing things like this. And it's a bit corny, it's a bit cheesy, but the fact that people are prepared to go and put some level of professionalism behind it, and equally go into a different avenue around Saitama that, that isn't just a random USC fighter or some boxing or someone's birthday, this is kind of good, and the community are doing it, and it's been driven solely out of the community. So that should absolutely give the token holders, investors, and dev team the real thought that this could still be a great project. We have got Luckyroo coming to the forefront. Now, this is one that they really can't mess up, as with Wagner, which we'll take a look at in just a second. But Luckyroo will come onto the saitamask platform. We're still waiting for an official hard date when this drops on. But it's essentially a casino or an online gambling facility that was going to be launched, and then the tokens will be available on saitamask. Now, here's my opinion of it. We did this before with Funfair Token. For anyone who's been around for a long time, Funfair Token kind of came to the forefront, and it was going to be this online blockchain gambling casino bit. The problem is it doesn't really work. This doesn't bring retail investors in it. No one is going to take their fiat, change it to ETH, change it to Saitama, change it to Luckyroo to gamble. It's just not clean. It's not quick. It's not efficient. When I could just go in here in the UK, go to any gambling site, upload my credit card, upload some money and start gambling. That's my problem. How are they going to bridge that gap? How do they bring new investment? And ultimately, that is what Saitama needs. We also have the partnership with Wagner, which I think goes live, which is a great partnership. Wagner's got tons of potential and certainly is a different avenue. And I think something like this is where Saitama need to be spending this marketing wallet, need to be making these connections, because these are the projects that absolutely are going to bring something different to Saitama and saitamask. Forget your own in-house tokens. Forget saitarealty. Let's move on. Let's move past that. Let's get it in. Go and get these big tokens that are coming to the forefront. There's a couple of exciting projects coming up soon. Saitama needs to be at the forefront saying, look, here's our platform. Get it working. Get it fully functional, and people can come over there. So I think, is there life left in Saitama? Of course there is. But certainly when you look at the chart, it's incredibly challenging right now. For me, they are on a knife edge in which way this is going to go. I think if they make the right decisions, which is less about hype and less about showcasing, more about grit, determination, and getting down and getting things done, there is still hope in this project. But let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.